Do you believe that with just a little secret, orchids can bloom 3 times more than usual? Welcome to Blissful Garden, where each orchid has its own story. Today, I will reveal to you an extremely simple natural fertilizer formula that brings amazing results, helping orchids grow strong roots, sprout quickly and bloom brilliantly all year round. If you are new to the channel, please hit the like and subscribe button to support me and so you don't miss any orchid care tips. It's great to have you along on this journey. Let's get started. Today, I will guide you on how to replant and care for Phalaenopsis orchids after buying them from a greenhouse. Normally, when the flowers have faded, the plant needs to change its care environment to continue to grow healthily and prepare for the next flowering season. At this stage, we will proceed to change to a larger pot and use a new well-ventilated, well-drained substrate. This helps the roots have space to grow, limiting moisture and fungal diseases. In the next step, we will prepare the pruning tools. To ensure that all mold and bacteria remaining on the surface of the tools are completely removed. This is an important step to minimize the risk of disease transmission to the orchid. Next, gently remove the pot and check the current growing medium of the plant. If the growing medium is rotten, mossy or moldy, we must completely remove it. If these old growing medium parts are kept, they will hinder the development process, making the root system susceptible to disease and weaken over time. You may see some roots that are rotten, discolored or soft. These roots need to be cut off immediately. If left, they will create a favorable environment for fungal diseases to develop and spread to other healthy roots. At the same time, remove the old moss layer on the base, helping the roots to be more airy. What country are you watching this video from? Leave a comment to let me know. It's great that we can connect and chat with each other from all over the world. After cleaning and treating the root system, the orchid will have favorable conditions to develop a new, stronger root system. When transferred to a larger pot with a loose, airy and well-drained substrate, the plant will easily absorb oxygen, nutrients and recover quickly. So, we have completed the treatment and pruning of the damaged roots of the orchid. In the next step, we will prepare a clean glass container. Then, measure and add 1 liter of water to the container to make a solution for treating and caring for orchids. In the next step, we will use baking soda. Take a teaspoon of baking soda and put it in the prepared water tank. Baking soda has a mild antibacterial effect and stimulates orchids to grow healthier. After adding it, stir well so that the baking soda dissolves completely in the water. Next, let the solution rest for about 15 minutes for the active ingredients to dissolve stably, then use it for orchids. Then, in the next step, we prepare a clean glass container. Then gently place the orchid inside, so that the entire base and root system is contained in the container. Next, I will pour in the baking soda solution from earlier, covering the roots and substrate. This helps to lightly disinfect, limit mold and bacteria on the orchid roots. We will soak for about 30 minutes for the solution to take effect. After soaking for about 30 minutes, now I will take the orchid out. Next, I use the pre-mixed baking soda solution, soaked in a soft cotton pad. Now I will gently wipe the leaves of the plant, wipe the top to remove dust, then wipe the bottom to remove mold and bacteria. Doing this step helps the leaves to be cleaner, brighter, and the plant photosynthesizes much better. There you see. Our orchid leaves are now clean and shiny, no more dirt or pathogens. The plant is now healthier and has a stronger ability to grow. After wiping, we leave the plant outside for about 20 minutes to drain completely. When the roots and leaves are dry, we will move on to the step of replanting it in a new pot. We will prepare a pot with many drainage holes and ventilation, because orchids need a dry and airy environment for healthy root development. The growing medium used is pine bark that has been treated and disinfected before. After the plant has been drained for about 20 minutes, we start replanting. First, put a layer of pine bark on the bottom of the pot to create ventilation. Then, gently place the orchid in the middle of the pot, fixing the base firmly. Continue to put pine bark around the roots until the pot is full. When planted with clean pine bark in a well-drained pot like this, the orchid will have ideal conditions to grow new roots, grow strongly and nurture flower buds in the future. Next, we will proceed to fill the growing medium. I will gently put the pine bark into the gaps around the root system, ensuring that the roots are fixed but still airy. Once completed, gently pat around the edge of the pot to arrange the pine bark more tightly, helping the plant stand firmly and the growing medium is not hollow. Thus, we have finished planting the orchid in a new pot with pine bark growing medium, a very airy and environmentally friendly growing medium, helping the plant grow stronger and healthier. Next, I will cover the surface of the pot with a thin layer of moss. This layer of moss has the effect of retaining moisture, helping the young roots to easily pop up and develop. Once completed, we will move the plant to a shady, airy area for one day. This is the stage to help the root system stabilize in the new environment. To prepare a natural nutrient solution for orchids, today we will use potatoes. Potatoes, especially sprouting ones, contain a large amount of vitamins, minerals and biological nutrients that help stimulate roots and promote orchid recovery and strong growth. We will take about 1/3 of the potato. The part of the potato chosen should be the part with sprouts, because the potato sprouts contain many enzymes and natural growth stimulants that are very good for orchids. Next, cut the sprouted potato into thin slices. Cutting them thinly helps the nutrients dissolve more easily when we prepare the watering solution for the plants. Next, we will cut the potatoes into small pieces to make the nutrient extraction process more effective. Once chopped, we prepare a clean glass jar to ensure that the solution does not contain impurities or react with metal. Put all the chopped potatoes into the glass jar. This will be an important preparation step before proceeding to filter and mix the nutrient solution for orchids. Next, we'll add sugar to activate the natural fermentation process. Use about 1/4 teaspoon of sugar. White sugar or brown sugar is fine, no problem. Then we add this sugar to the potatoes. Then, I will pour in 500 milliliters of boiling water, that is half a liter of hot water, everyone. Stir well until the sugar dissolves and the potatoes start to release nutrients. Next, we cover the lid and leave it in a cool, airy place. After 1 day, the potato solution will start to ferment slightly. The nutrients will be completely dissolved. At that time, we can use it for orchids. After 1 day, our potato solution has fermented slightly and the nutrients in the potatoes have completely dissolved into the water. At this point, you will see that the water has a mild fermented smell and a slightly cloudy color. That is a very good sign. Next, We prepare a clean container, then filter out the potato residue, keeping only the nutrient water to use for the orchid. Next, we use a sieve to separate the water from the potato pulp. The resulting water is a slightly fermented potato solution containing many nutrients and beneficial microorganisms. Thus, we have fermented potato water rich in vitamins and minerals, supporting root stimulation, nourishing leaves, and helping orchids recover and grow healthily. After the orchid has been rooted in the pot for about a day, we begin the next step of care. At this time, the root system has become familiar with the new substrate and environment, so the plant is ready to absorb nutrients better. Next, we prepare a clean spray bottle. Pour the filtered, lightly fermented potato water solution into the bottle. This solution will be used to spray nutrients for the plant. When spraying, we spray evenly on the leaf surface and the underside of the leaf. The upper surface will be cleaned of dust, helping the leaf photosynthesize better, and the underside is where many stomata are concentrated. When cleaned and opened, the plant will absorb nutrients, vitamins, and minerals most effectively. The fermented potato solution helps stimulate the plant to recover, develop new roots, and increase natural resistance. Next, we prepare a clean watering can and pour in a slightly fermented potato water solution. Then, proceed to water directly on the orchid roots. Providing nutrients through the roots will help the root system absorb nutrients quickly, from there transporting them to the stem and leaves. The nutrients going from the roots up will strongly support the growth process, helping the plant recover well, develop new healthy roots, and increase natural resistance. I will put the nutrient water into the root slots in the surface of the substrate. Thus, the roots will gradually absorb and pump nutrients to the stem and leaves, helping the orchid to grow healthy, with thick green leaves, thick stems, and shiny roots. Then, I will soak the whole orchid pot for about 20 minutes so that the solution penetrates deep into the substrate and the root system to store energy. When the plant has photosynthesized well and the roots are strong, the orchid will grow extremely strongly. After soaking, we lift the pot out and wipe the leaves. Use a clean cotton towel to gently wipe the leaf surface, leaf axils, and especially the tip where water easily accumulates. This helps remove excess water, fertilizer, and nutrients, and prevent mold from attacking. If the leaves are dry and airy, the orchid will be healthy, disease-free, and photosynthesize better. There, the leaves are clean and shiny. You can see that the plant is healthy right away. I do this twice a month. On normal days, I only water the leaves with clean water and spray mist on the leaves about once every 3 days. If the substrate is still moist, postpone watering. Only spray the leaves to maintain moisture. The best time to water is in the morning. If watering in the afternoon, remember to water before the sun sets so that the plant can still receive sunlight and wind, helping the leaves dry quickly and avoid moisture. During this period, we place the plant in a shady, airy place with lots of light. This way, the plant will photosynthesize well and grow very strongly. Okay, now I'll share the results after 45 days of care. Everyone, look here. Our orchid is growing extremely healthy. The leaves are green, clean, thick, and shiny, and photosynthesize very well. The plant is placed right in the kitchen area but still sprouts very strongly. And the special thing is, the plant has started to produce a flower spike. Here, the flower spike is growing very beautifully, proving that the plant is strong and has the strength to flower. The roots are also great. There are many roots crawling out of the pot, white, healthy, and sturdy. A plant with roots crawling out like this is very strong, absorbing nutrients well. Inside the growing medium, There are also new young roots growing continuously here. Everyone see. Fresh white young roots are coming out very strongly. When the plant has enough nutrients, stable humidity and is cared for properly, it will grow strong, with strong roots, thick leaves, and of course, it will flower. The first flower stalk has appeared, and I see another one sprouting above, very promising. In short, strong roots, clean leaves, strong shoots are the conditions for the plant to bloom. If you take care of it like that, maintain humidity and nutrition evenly, the plant will continue to grow and bloom continuously for everyone to enjoy. I hope this video will help you take better care of your orchids at home. If you find it useful, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on upcoming simple and natural orchid care tips.